So I welcome Hari Vishnu today. Today is his 8th day after surgery, and he did his surgery 8 days back at Eugenics. The surgery went on for 2 days. So can you just share the experience of those 2 days, Hari Vishnu?
It was really good because I wanted to do the surgery in Eugenics itself. So I researched around for 2 years, and finally I checked all over the world for the best clinics, but still I came back to Eugenics because it's the best. So I want to do the surgery here because of the COVID. I had to extend my days, but still I was finally able to do my surgery on June 11th, I think, and it was around 3,600 grafts something. So yeah.
So because it was 3,600 grafts, we did it over 2 days.
Yes.
Okay, because generally at Eugenics we are able to do just 2,500 to 3,000 grafts in 1 day. It becomes tiring for the patient to get it done in a long stretch if we try and do it in 1 day, number one. Number two, the problem is the accuracy goes down because as we know the fatigue increases, the accuracy can go down. So we try to do it slowly and steadily, and because it's a very labor intensive surgery, so that is why to ensure accuracy our speed remains low. So because we are not in a hurry to finish off the surgery, we try and split any case more than 3,000 graft over 2 days. So the days are done on a 2 consecutive days. So the surgery is done on a 2 consecutive days.
Even though it went on for 2 days, I did not feel much fatigue or tired, and I was fine. I did not feel pain.
That's because you are just 25. The maximum age group that we get is between 35 to 42. Sometimes the people do get fatigued, okay, and they want to take a break. So that's why this surgery requires your cooperation, attentiveness, and you should be full on with the energy. So that's why it's better to split over 2 days when the procedure is very long. And just tell me, how was the experience of beard extraction? Did we do some beard in your case?
Yeah, I think around 150 something.
150 something beard we did.
So at first I was a little skeptical because whether I will get
Just show me how the beard is looking right now. Yeah.
It looks fine.
Yeah, so we concentrated in your case, we concentrated in the submental area, okay. Had we taken it from the submandibular area on the both sides, it would have been visible from the sides. Now this is the most hidden part of the beard. So if we extract from this zone, the visibility is the least.
Yeah, even if I look up also it's barely not, you can't even notice anything.
Yeah, so let me educate you about something about the results of beard. In your case, it's just 150 grafts out of 3,500. There are some scenarios when we end up doing a lot of beard. So in those cases, when the beard are planted exclusively in one area, the density is not that good. Okay, there is some see-through appearance and we can see a lot of skin. In your case, you won't see that difference because we use the beard as a filler. Okay, but once those hair grow, you might feel a difference in texture when you run your hand through. So you might feel some texture difference of beard hair growing in a differential manner. Okay, so that is one thing you should keep in mind. And now you can tell me that at such young age, you are 25 only and you already done one transplant. It was a mega session, 3,500 grafts. How did your journey go in last 2 years of your research, and what all research you did into instrumentation, clinics and techniques?
Yeah, I researched a lot and I found out there are various techniques, FUE, FUT. But if you do FUT, there will be a scar back of donor area. So I want to do FUE only. So then I researched about the best FUE clinics, and I checked the website, the YouTube channel, wherever they posted everything and the testimonials. So I looked at it. So Eugenics is always clinic I have seen that posted consistent results. So that's why I selected Eugenics.
Okay, so for consistent results, you can have selected us.
Yes.
So we are also striving day in and day out, putting our 100%, because every patient who comes to us, it's a one-time surgery. Our motto is do it once, do it right.
Yes.
So the point is, we try and put our best efforts to make sure that everyone gets the best possible service in terms of the surgical technique, instrumentation, and the results. So results is the primary focus. All other things, they fall into place if the results are all right. So that is one thing. Now I like to add something about Hari Vishnu. He is a celebrity in his own work. So he is big time into crypto, and he has done a lot of good research. He is a professional blogger, and to add to his kitty, he is the first NFT buyer of India. So tell me something about your digital art that you purchased.
Yeah, so it was from Basirex, and so they launched the first NFT marketplace in India around 1 month back. So I wanted to be one of the first. So I immediately bought the one I liked, and somehow I was one of the first buyer.
Yeah.
So it was even featured on Vice News, and it was amazing.
Yeah, so his buying that first NFT from India was featured on the prominent news channels like Vice News, etc. And yes, I saw the digital art. It was very out of the box idea. Everyone was wearing a mask, and there was a one single
It was a
coronavirus.
COVID theme, yeah.
It was based on COVID theme.
So I want to thank the artist who created. His
Yeah,
name is Ravi Koranga.
Okay,
He's from
very
Delhi
correct.
itself.
Okay. So this is something which is actually Greek for us. We don't understand these things. What is digital land? What is digital art? So this is something which our generation will have to struggle and understand.
Yeah, I hope eugenics will be the first, business or clinic in India to enable crypto payments in the.
Yeah, so basically we are not very much clear about that concept.
Yeah, the regulation.
Let
is
us
not
see. Yeah, let us see. I'm not very much aware. The idea of decentralization does look appealing. Okay, it does look innovative, also appealing, and this is something which might bring a revolution. We
Yes.
don't know, but yes, thanks to you for educating us about this whole new field, because we were absolutely naive in this field till now before we met you.
there. So why there's no eugenics clinic in any part of South India? There's no clinic right in South India.
So yes, Kerala will be considering soon. That's not out of our long-term plan, but there is a fine balance that has to be kept between growth and maintaining the quality. Okay, if we develop that manpower and bandwidth, then of course we look into that. And Kerala in itself is a conglomeration of various places, each of which deserves a different visit. So yeah.
Yeah, I hope you will visit again.
Yes.